Hey guys, thanks for watching the stream on my first ever Wildlands build. I do appreciate it. And thanks a lot, man, if you're watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. I know I don't say it enough, you guys, but I really do mean it, okay? I've been getting messed with, as you guys know, about the Wildlands. And on the real tip, I appreciate all the support you guys give me through my GTA 5, my Wildlands, just my channel. You know, on the whole, I do not say it enough. I know, because I don't want to be like every other YouTube there and say, you know, all these YouTubers like, comment, and you're 5 minutes into the fucking video and they're still asking you to subscribe. Like, fuck that. I'd rather just say it once in a while. I love you, fan. Keep it real. And I'm telling you, we're sheepdogs. Don't let anybody ever take that from us, because they are trying. They're trying to take our weapons. They're trying to take our personalities. They're trying to take our attitudes. So keep it real. Keep it real. Fuck them libtards. Because, again, fam, I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Because that's how we roll. Talk to y'all next video, man. Operator 41. So, what's up, my peeps? Matrix Native here. And in today's video, well, the intro said it all now, didn't it? So what we're going to get on with today, we're getting on with the Royal Marines. Heavily requested, yet never quite won the poll.
That's what she said?
So, for all you guys that have been waiting, here, I guess you could maybe say it's a comeback video, because I really feel like YouTube and I, with all the GTA 5 I've been posting, might have reached some kind of agreement. Anyways, my peeps, operators on your feet, enjoy the video today. Operators, have a seat. So, the core of the Royal Marines, the RM, side note already, this has a very deep history, this unit, the Royal Marines, as a whole. So, what I might do is link them below, or maybe link them in the comments for you, because I'm barely even touching, how do you say that? I'm barely even scratching, I think it's scratching the surface, or touching the surface, or some fucking shit like that, right? So anyway, if you want to know more, obviously you can Google. Alright, with that being said, the core of the Royal Marines, the Romeo Mike, is the United Kingdom's Amphibious Light Infantry Force, forming part of the naval service along with the Royal Navy. The Royal Marines were formed in 1755 as the Royal Navy's infantry troops, basically. However, the Marines can trace their origins back to the formation of the English Army's Duke of York and Albany's Maritime Regiment of Foot at the grounds of the Honorable Artillery Company on 28 October 1664. You heard it, 1664. My peeps, I have been studying military strategic type history a shit ton of years, and I gotta tell you, I've never really, like, I'm talking about a unit today, like on the battlefield today, that can really trace their ranks back that far to 1664, year of our Lord. Just saying, that is quite a long time ago. Hua to the core of the Royal Marines. Let's get on with it. So, as a highly specialized and adaptable light infantry force, the Royal Marines are trained for rapid deployment worldwide and capable of dealing with a wide range of military threats. The Royal Marines are organized into a light infantry brigade, basically 3 commando brigades and a number of separate units, including 1 assault group, a fleet protection group, and basically a company strength to commit to the Special Forces Support Group. So basically, if you got 4 company, 1 is always going to be on standby, or also known in the business as on alert for a special forces group, I would venture to guess it would be the SAS in this particular case. Again, you can check out that video, should be popping up now. However, the Corps operates in all environments and climates, though particularly expertise and training is spent on amphibious, Arctic, mountain, and expeditionary warfare, and its commitment to the UK's Rapid Reaction Force. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. I actually have worked with the RRF. Well, actually, it's the UK RRF, because they're not the only country with a Rapid Reaction Force. Obviously, Captain Obvious. So, throughout its history, the RM has seen action in a number of major wars, often fighting beside the British Army, including the 7-Year War, the Napoleonic Wars, and the Crimean Wars, World War I, World War II. In recent times, the Corps has been largely deployed in expeditionary warfare roles, such as the Falklands. Is anybody old enough to remember the Falklands? Hell, I used to read about the Falklands in the Soldier of Fortune magazine. The Gulf War, Bosnia, Kosovo. I actually have been to Bosnia 2 times, and although I did not see the Royal Marines, I knew that they were actually boots on ground at the time that I did operations there. The Royal Marines have close international ties with Allied Marine forces, particularly the United States Marine Corps. I'm sorry, I said like huh. I think it's hoorah. And the Netherlands Marine Corps. Today, the Royal Marines are an elite fighting force within the British Armed Forces, having undergone many substantial changes over time. Operators on your feet! Just checking. No one falls asleep in my classroom. If you're tired, just go beat your face over there on the sideline. So, as I mentioned, the history of the Royal Marines is phenomenal. Goes back to the 1600s, the mid-1600s. Some professors state that it was the year of our Lord 1663. Some say 64, and some say 1665. All I can say to that is that there's documentation on all 3 years, and you can kiss my dick because of the simple fact that we're talking the mid-1600s in a unit that still rolls out today. So, on 5 April 1755, His Majesty's Marine Forces, 50 companies and 3 divisions, headquartered in Chatham, Portsmouth, and Plymouth, were formed by order of council under the Admiralty control. Basically, the Royal Navy's admirals had control of these pipe hitters. Initially, all field officers were Royal Navy officers, as the Royal Navy felt the ranks of Marine field officers were largely honorary. That meant the furthest a Marine officer could advance was to Lieutenant Colonel. It was not until 1771, year of our Lord, that the first Marine was promoted to a colonel. During the Napoleonic Wars, the Royal Marines participated in every notable naval battle on board the Royal Navy's ships, and also took part in multiple amphibious actions. Marines had a dual function aboard these ships of the Royal Navy in this period. Routinely, they ensured the security of the ship's officers, supported their maintenance of discipline in the ship's crew, basically flogging a motherfucker. Oh, shit, wrong clip. And in battle, they engaged the enemy's crews, whether firing from positions on their own ship or fighting and boarding actions. Basically, in 1855, the infantry forces were renamed the Royal Marines Light Infantry, or the RMLI. Pursuing a career in the Marines, the Royal Marines, had been considered social suicide through much of the 18th and 19th century, since Marine officers had a lower standing than their counterparts in the Royal Navy. An effort was made in 1907 through the Common Entry to reduce the professional differences between the RN, Royal Navy, and the Romeo Mike, Royal Marine officers through a system of common entry that provided an initial period of service where both groups performed the same roles and underwent the same training. And congratulations, if you're still here for the history, you must be a history nut like me, as well as a strategic military law enforcement type dude. So who are you? Don't let all these libtards and cupcakes downgrade us because of our personalities as sheepdogs. Fucking who are. So getting on with it. During the First World War, in addition to their usual stations aboard a ship, Royal Marines were part of the Royal Naval Division, which landed in Belgium in 1914 to help defend Antwerp. Isn't Antwerp known for diamonds now? Anyways, and later took part in the amphibious landing at Gallipoli in 1915. They also served on the Western Front. During the Second World War, a small party of Royal Marines were first ashore at Namsos in April 1940, seizing the approaches to the Norwegian town in preparatory to a landing by the British Army 2 days later. The Royal Marines formed the Royal Marine Division as an amphibious trained division, parts of which served at Dakar and in the capture of Madagascar. No, not the cartoon. Today, the Royal Marines are part of the Naval Service and under the full command of Fleet Commander. The rank structure of the Corps is similar to that of the British Army, with officers and other ranks recruited and initially trained separately from other naval personnel. Since 2017, women have been able to serve in all roles in the Royal Marines. On average, 1,200 recruits. That's 1,200. So to recap what we've learned today, basically they were founded, officially listed on 28 October 1664. That is 353 years ago. 353 years ago. Oh, to my Royal Marines out there. Obviously, the country is the United Kingdom. Allegiance is Elizabeth II. The branch is actually Her Majesty's Naval Service. The type would be, obviously, the Marine Commando. They are an expeditionary and amphibious warfare force. Their size is approximately 7,760, 530 being Royal Marine Reserves. They're basically Whitehall, London, England. Nicknames: Royals, Bootnecks, the Commandos, Jollies. What? How would you like to be called a Jolly? That wouldn't be jolly good, eh? So, with that being said, my peeps, on your feet! Let's get the fuck downrange.
Right, everyone stop firing, just observe.
So, the eligibility and how to become a Royal Marine. I know, Matrix. WTF, bro. You got to be on this. This is usually in your history, and this is true. However, at least I didn't completely leave it out. So, let's knock it out and track on this. The Royal Marines Training Regiment is one of, if not the toughest military selection process in the world. That's what they say. But we all know, and we'll get more into this a little bit later, because I know I'm going to get dislikes and I'm going to get hate for saying it, but it's just how I truly feel. And would y'all rather me stick to what I truly feel, or would you rather me sell out like YouTube? Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know y'all'd rather me sell out and hit more of these Wildlands videos, but what can I say, man? Honestly, not trying to bring it up like that, but GTA 5 roleplay, man, it just lets me sort of be myself and not worry about anything except GTA 5 roleplay. And that's one thing, when I'm in the middle of GTA 5 roleplay, I don't really think about some of my past adventures. But when I'm all end up in the Wildlands, trust me, it gets me to thinking. And I know a lot of you people are like, oh yeah, right. No, that's legit talk. When I do Wildlands day after day after day, or play Wildlands day after day after day, because I got girls in Atlanta. Benda. Okay, I shouldn't have put that in there, but still. When I play Wildlands every day, boys, I do. I get just a little bit messed up, but not really, you know. Told my shrink I was playing Wildlands. That was the wrong fucking move, right? So then then I had to go through a bunch of shit down at the VA just because I play a fucking military video game. That might be some of my issues. You know what? I got so many issues and none of them are related to video games. So you can go get in that libtard line behind everybody else this past month that's in that libtard line, right? So let's get on with this. So the eligibility to become a Royal Marine is basically you got to be a male, and now I guess you can be a female. Yeah. But anyway, let's go with this. Male, ages 16 to 33, no formal academic qualifications required. In other words, no 4-year degree, no higher degree. You can basically go in with a high school diploma. So, British, Irish, or the Commonwealth citizenship. You know, I got to admit, I really never knew that the Irish could join the Royal Marines myself. But, however, I do know the Rangers in Ireland most definitely also wear that color beret they put on, which is who. But, I mean, I might as well say it now. We all know I only believe that there is one green beret in the entire world, and that's my boys over in the United States Army. Who are you motherfuckers, man? ODA, let's go. So, just putting this out there, the 6 characteristics of the Royal Marine is courage, determination, brotherhood, amphibiousness. Did you know that that's actually a word? You got to be able to fucking take the rocking of a fucking boat, yeah? You got to be an amphibious cupcake. Is basically what we're saying, right? An amphibious, you can't be puking and shit when that boat's fucking going up to the LZ, right? So you got to be able to take a little seasickness. Physicality, and of course, the cheerfulness. Like, really? Cheerfulness? Yeah, because, you know, one of their nicknames is Jolly. So, let's go. Jolly good. So, I forgot to mention that during the history. Wanted you freaking pipe hitters to know that. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Let's go, operators. The mud roll. Let's fucking go. Pays to be a fucking winner. Anyway, with that being said, hit your back or select button for all you old school motherfuckers. Go right twice. Hit that Y button. And go ahead and let's get into head. That's what she said. So, the head. We're going to go. Obviously, everybody caught up in the stream. This is the first time I've actually done one in a live stream. So, hey, let's go. So, I hope you're caught up. So, what we're going to do, facial hair, we're going to go with none. Hair, we're actually going to go our way for this right here. I've never seen a big ragamuffin, Romeo Mike, Royal Marine Commando. So, keep it squared away for me. You know, you can actually grow your hair out a little, but usually they're just like the units I've rolled with in the past and clean shaven. That's how it is. Because, you know, that's just how we roll, man. Because we give a shit. We get up. We make our fucking rack. Right? We shave. We do more before 6 a.m. than most rimps do every fucking day. So let's go. Getting back to it. Hair color, we're going to go with brown, of course. Of course, that's optional. Facial detail, burn on what? On the left side. There we go. Body details. Okay, today we're going with no facial paint at all. Right arm, I got my Santa Maria, of course, and left arm, mi familia. See, there's my ex-wife. I got 2 sons, a daughter, and a little grandbaby. But my grandbaby I hadn't inked up yet. So, let's go. Close. Now, here's where we're gonna... Here's the problem that I faced with Wildlands. We've all faced with Wildlands, right? Okay, so basically, today we're going with the Cry Combat for obvious reasons, because that's what pretty much all your fucking, pipe hitter, pipe swinger, hard charging fucking units wear these days, Cry Combat. Okay, so basically, in 2010, if you're a Royal Marine out there watching this, please let us know, basically, the camos that you guys wear these days. We really want to hear that, because I know in 2010, basically, they had what was called a multi-terrain pattern, the MTP pattern, right? That being said, obviously Wildlands doesn't give a shit, but the multi-terrain pattern, the pattern is a hybrid, actually, of the Cry Multicam, okay? And the traditional DMP. Roger that. Does anybody know what DMP is? If you do, throw it in the comments now, If you don't, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. It stands for Disruptive Pattern Material, So DMP, when you talk DMP, you can talk about any kind of camo actually not just one specific type. It's just a DMP, disruptive pattern material. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead, throw on the Cry Combat shirt today and put it into 1234. So we're going to go with the 1234 multicam on our Cry Combat shirt. Vest, we're going to go ahead and plate up with the 511 plate carrier. I think that fits this build as hell. Plus, this is really what they would wear. Usually, when boots on ground, they're going to have the 511 Tactec player. Now, what I might not have mentioned, and I'm going to mention now, is this is actually a para version of a Royal Marine Commando. So, this is the para, the airborne, the paratroop, the para-assault. This is the dude that jumps out of the sky to come down and give you a dirt nap. Alright, so with that being said, 511 Tactec player. And we're going to put that, actually, we're going to darken it up a little to break up the what? The DPM. And we're going to put that in the Coyote Brown. Pants, of course, we're going to also equip the Cry Combat. Now, I was messing around with different other type of pants, right? Because to be honest with you, and it seems like this has always been a problem as far as wildland goes. Just got a message from Redneck Pro, as you can see on the screen there. I might edit that out. I don't know. Usually have my notifications turned off, so that also would be the reason that sometimes when you guys hit me up, I don't get them because I actually have my notifications turned off. However, the best way to get in touch with me is through Twitter, a little DM there. So, getting back on track. Cry Combat. Put those pants, we're going to put them in 1234 multicam, even though, as I was going to state, I believe the multicam pants, they used to be fucking absolutely horrible. I mean horrible in the wildlands. They were like 8 times a lighter shade than the top. However, they did try to work on it, but I still think it looks a little sketch, right? It's definitely sketch, but we really, for this build today, we're going to go ahead and throw the 1234 multicam. However, let me remind you, though, that it can be any color of the multicam today. It just, again, depends on the OE, the operational environment. So you can throw on pretty much any other multicam pattern depending on what you and your team, again, the environment operation that you're going to be going in. So go ahead, let's stick those. Today, like I said, you can put them in pretty much any multicam that they offer. Of course, you're going to have to switch up, your LBE and all that kind of camo, basically your accessories. But besides that, you can put on the multicam Madrid there. I was actually going to roll with the multicam Madrid, but, I'm just going to keep it real, and we're just going to keep it in the regular multicam. It's the 1234. So go ahead, equip that like a freaking hard charging pipe hitter, which you are, and get on the footwear. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to go ahead and put the footwear in the hiking boot, and we're going to put it in the 4.6 Coyote Brown. Let's freaking go. Ghillie suits, obviously none. That's how we're looking so far. I'm really sort of, I'm liking this build. I'm liking it. Doesn't really look like any other of my specific builds, which I try to sort of separate it, but also got to stay true. You want, gold, like I've always said, you want gold guns and you want orange camo, then go watch the Sarge or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep it real here on my channel. Ghillie suits, none. We all love accessories, don't we? We're gonna rock through this here. Eyewear, of course, we're going with the Oakley SI Ballistic M frame. I'm gonna put those in the 1.6 matte black gray. However, I wouldn't mind if you put it in. Actually, you can use any of these you want. Okay, this is all optional. However, myself, I'm going with the 2.6 matte black clear. That's what I like. I like the clear lenses. Again, it just depends on the time of day, the circumstances, what direction you're going to be assaulting in. Obviously, if you're assaulting into the sun, which, is a high possibility because you're not going to assault with the sun behind you because guess what it gives out? Come on, anybody in the stream, anywhere? It gives out your silhouette if you have your sun posted behind you while on an assault. The only advantageous to that would be as they're trying to sight in on you to give you that dirt nap, the sun might cause reflections in their sight apertures or whatnot. But again, that all comes back to if I'm going to be popping those clear lenses in or the dark lenses in. For today, I'm going to be putting them in the 2.6 matte black clear. Let's go. I was going to say, you also really, eyewear's is completely kind of optional, but not really, because obviously you can't like fall out with, I'm not going to say not an eye patch, because, you know, I might get sued or some shit like that. But I'm saying, though, keep it freaking high speed, right? You can wear your goggles. Make sure you throw those in the black. I have no problem with that. You guys know I love my ESS ballistic goggles. However, for today's fit, I just think it's better if we roll with the 1.6 matte black. Face wear, none today, my peeps, none at all. I ain't hating you, though. If you want to wear, say, if you want to throw on, say, a shimag, correct? But if you want to put on the shimag, we need to keep it in the white. I know, you're like, well, why not the green? Doesn't it? No, look how dark it is, man. It almost silhouettes our head on its own. So for me today, I'm not wearing dick. As far as face wear, head wear, of course, why wouldn't we be? We're going with the ADH, and we'll go ahead and throw our night vision on. Set, we're going to go today, we're going with headset A. I believe that, as I've stated in other videos, this is actually... Okay, so I just had a comment. I just want to address real quick. I know this is taking me off the video or whatnot. I might edit this out. I might leave it in. Since this is the first build that I've ever streamed, however, this comes from Dark 03 Lightning. First off, let me say how much I appreciate you checking out the stream today and the support of my channel, whether it's GTA 5 or Wildlands. He said, plus, hey, could see your shadow on the ground. Now, he's talking about what I just stated about what direction that you're going to push the action, right? So that is actually a very good point, actually. Now, what I will tell you is this, though. If you're pushing the action and the sun's behind you, obviously your shadow is going to be cast in front of you. Now, that would not make that huge of a difference if you're in a heavy vegetated, kind of like you had a canopy over you, like a jungle or something. But then you really wouldn't be worrying about the sun, would you, Matrix? You fucking fucked hard. No, I guess you got a point there. But that is because that is why you are my motherfucking operators. Because I failed to even mention that about the shadow in the sun. But my man, Dark 03 Lightning, definitely threw it up in the comments. And I just felt like I had to put that out there. So, with headset A, okay, with headset A, we're going to go ahead and throw that on there. Because, like I've seen in other videos, this to me is more of a grunt, you know, ground pounding son of a fucking dick, right? And he's going to have those heavy headsets on in order to actually hear his team, his command, whatnot. You know, sometimes headset B, I'm not saying that they're not going to cancel out all the noise, you know, because that's just ridiculous. Most of them do. But I'm telling you, if you've ever wore different headsets, like in your career, for all my vets watching, you know that actually is true. Certain headsets actually cancel out noise better than others. And that's just like your artillery boys, you know, the guys for indirect fire. Now, not your little mortarmen. I'm talking about the big guns, the howitzers, right? The 155s. Now, their headsets are going to be different, say, than an operator. Because, to be honest with you, I've worn headsets that you can actually hear your teammates through, right? When you're yelling out points or whatnot, when you're communicating on the battlefield, you can actually hear them through your headset in some of the headsets they got out there. So, with that being said, we're going with the headset A. Because, guess what? That's how we roll. And you're going to put that at 3.6 Coyote Brown. Actually, one thing I do want to point out, this is going to be a long build here, but why not? Because, you know, I'm back in the saddle now. So with the ABH, this is what I want you guys to think about. I'm going to give you actually some options with it because, you know, I played a little with this Royal Marine Commando last night. And I thought that the multicam, any kind of multicam as far as a helmet cover, I just felt like it really wasn't doing its job, right? So what I'm going to tell you guys is I'm going to go ahead, I'll be putting it in the Coyote Brown today, right? I would go with the Sandstone, but obviously, as you can tell, it's too light. So for this, for your helmet cover, you're basically going to be putting it in the multicam or the CB 933, and that's what I think I'm going to keep this in. If you guys got a better suggestion, go ahead and leave it in the comments for me because I'm sort of struggling with the helmet cover that we got on today. So, for me, I ran with it in the multicam, but today I'm putting it on the 933. Over the headsets, handwear, of course, we're going to go ahead and throw them in the Oakley Plaits. We're going to be throwing them in the black. I was thinking about the neutral, but, you know, they're a little, I don't know, they just look a little too green for this build. So we're going to go ahead and throw them in the black. And again, breaking up the silhouette is why I'm not putting them in the sandstone. You can throw them in the sandstone. I prefer, and I think I'm just going with the black because I think it looks who is dick. So, put those in the 2.5 black. Everybody with me? Everybody with me so far? Good, good. Okay, rucksacks, backpacks, Alisacks. Rucksacks today we're going to be putting in, well, first off, we're going to go ahead and equip the 511 All Hazards Prime Pack, and this is why. Because this is a fucking grunt. A Royal Marine Commando grunt. And he's going to be carrying a lot of gear, right? He's got to be carrying his shit. You just never know for how many days you will be exacting revenge on them tangos. So, with that being said, 511 All Hazards Pack, and we're going to be putting that in the 1033 DCU Tricolor. Yes, you're like, what? The Tricolor? Damn, Matrix got a couple of camos rocking here. But when do I not have a couple of camos rocking? I was trying to find, let me point this out, as you'll see now, I'm going to put up a comparison up on the screen. But look at this, okay? I was really, where am I at here? I was really thinking about the Coyote Brown, right? But I was like, man, you know, I know we have it on our plate carrier, but I mean, it's just too dark. It's just that simple. So I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to lighten it up a little, and I think that this would be good, the sandstone. But look, they still hadn't fixed that. Whoops, sorry about that. They still have not fixed the difference between the sandstone in the Coyote Brown. It's like the same damn color. Look, Coyote Brown, sandstone. Again, you can compare it on the screen here. Totally the same color. So go ahead, put it in the tricolor as stated, and we're going to rock that with the 511 All Hazards Prime Pack. Sorry about that, boys. That is 1033 DCU tricolor. If you know what DCU means, all my pipe hitters should know what a DCU is. At this point, go ahead, leave it in the comments. Or you can go ahead and leave it in the Twitch stream right now. But either way, you're going to be putting the All Hazard Prime Pack on in the 1030 and patches. Now, again, this is pretty much optional, you know, whatever your crews roll with, whatnot, you know. You can throw, of course, you can throw your nation's flag on there and be that much more of a hard charger. Of course, I throw the patch on the silhouette. However, you know how we roll. Let's roll, my peeps. We're going to be throwing the Romeo 9 Let's Roll. As always, if you're part of Matrix Native, we're going to be throwing that Let's Roll, my peeps. Because that's what we do. We roll, and we get dirt naps, and we come home, and we party, and we fuck, and then we get back on the plane, and then we go kick some more ass. Let's go. Let's roll. And that, my friends, today is the uni, is the fit. As some people would say, what's up, what's the fit? Well, here's the fit for today, boys. Here is the Royal Marine Commando. Today's fit is basically a paratrooper, and that's going to be it. So I hope you enjoyed that part. Now, let's get on to what the fuck keeps us alive out on the battlefield, huh? So, today's primary, you got it, my peeps. We're going with the L8 Alpha 2. This is their primary assault rifle, right? However, the commando unit, which guards the Trident nuclear program, has been issued with a new type of rifle. Basically, it's a new type for them, but it's not to us, huh? So, the Canadian C8 Colt Carbon rifle has been issued to the Royal Marines of the 43 Commando Fleet Protection Group, one of the 3 commando brigades, huh? And so, with that being said, I will definitely let you guys, if you want to, and you know I have no problem with it, huh? So if you would like, as you know, you can go ahead and equip them for A1 if you would like. That is an option. However, there's a couple reasons that I want to go ahead, and you know that if I was actually going into a hot situation, I'm sorry, but the L85 Alpha 2 is not going to be the weapon I carry. It would be the C8 Colt Carbine rifle, or AKA the M4A1, huh? That's just personal preference, but again, because we've never used a bullpup, we're going to go ahead and equip this L85 Alpha 2. A little something about the SA-80 A2 or the L85 assault rifle. Huh? Now, so basically, here's the deal. It's made by Heckler & Koch, which we all know, fucking excellent. Most UK operators, a lot of UK operators, SAS, Royal Marine Commandos, they actually will carry this, okay? Obviously, it's a 5.56. Now, the the A2, the Atom 1 is a 5.56. The Alpha 2 is actually, can be chambered in a 7.62. So let's not forget about that. It actually does have a 4-time scope that is capable, and to be honest with you, the scope preferred, the sight aperture preferred by them is a 4 times, and hence that's why we got the ACOG mounted on top. Now, again, like I stated, this is a bullpup, which, you know, I fired several bullpups in my career, and I just don't care for them. Now, can anybody tell me the difference between a bullpup and just, let's say, the M4? Huh? All bullpups, huh? The action is in the back, behind the trigger, as well as the magazine, okay? That actually is what distinguishes a bullpup assault rifle, right? As you can see here, where the trigger is, the trigger guard, as well as the trigger is, on an M4, okay, it's the magazine and the action is in front of the trigger. Huh? On any bullpup, as stated, the action in the magazine will be behind your trigger. Huh? And to me, and maybe it was just because I was just used to carrying the M4A1 so much, or the M16, you know, modded out, that, you know, I just got used to it, and I wasn't used to the action sort of disrupting my target pattern. Huh? So I'm just saying, I mean, this is a definitely powerful weapon. The A1 with the short barrel basically can fire out to 600 meters with pretty good accuracy. The A2 can go ahead and clip it up to the 900. A lot of that has to do with the trajectory of a bullpup, with the rifle, you know, or correction, with the bullet exiting the barrel, and as well as the longer short barrel, as well as the round. Okay, the A1 pretty much 5.56. The A2, you can get it chambered in a 7.62. Huh? So if it's got a 7.62, obviously what? Got more grains. It's got a heavier bullet. Huh? It's got a heavier bullet, so hence you can get a little more range. It's actually pretty simple if you think about it. Again, this is the weapon we're using today. Let's go ahead and do this. Paint presets, again, we're keeping it real. We'll go ahead and go black, part, scope. Now, the name of this build today, for this weapon today, is basically handling. That's all we're worried about, because this thing kicks like a freaking mule. I ran around the battlefield with it last night, and this thing is crazy. This thing jumps up. But again, not unlike bullpups in RL, correct? It's going to kick up on you. So with that being said, of course, again, preferred scope on this weapon is a ×3. And for that, we're going to go ahead and hit the ACOG and put that into 22 gray. Trigger, of course, full auto semi. Magazine, we're going to go ahead and large cap it with a 50. You're going to throw that in the black. Underbarrel. Now, here's the, I want y'all to track on this, okay? So basically, look at our handling here, right? And again, I said we're going with the handling. So, you're asking me why we throw a Victor 2 on there. Well, basically, if we throw the Victor 4, we do get handling. The Victor 2, though, if you look at a lot of pictures with this particular assault rifle, it actually has the Victor 2 thrown on there. So, to stay actually IRL, you go ahead and throw the Victor 2. However, for this today, we're going to go ahead and equip that Victor 4. Ha! Fooled you. So, go ahead, throw that in the 1-2 black. Again, we're trying to keep with the handling more than anything. Throw it in the 1-2 black, my peeps. And that's how we roll on that. Rail, we're going to keep it clean. We're going to hit the rail cover on it. Keep it in the black barrel. Obviously, we're going with short barrel here. Also, if you look at the standard barrel, you definitely get a lot more range, but again, look at your handling, my peeps. Look at them. And again, we're para. Okay, we're paratroopers. So we don't want long barrels. We don't want none of those shenanigans, right? So go ahead, hit the 1-2 or correction, hit the 2.2 gray and equip it in the short barrel. Huh. Muzzle, again, I wanted to go ahead and throw that compensator Victor 2. But, you know, we need one weapon with a suppressor, I feel, besides a pistol. Okay? You know what? Fuck that. We're goddamn Royal Marine Commandos. Go ahead, throw that compensator Victor 2 on it, and equip that in the gray. It is, my peeps. Not a bad weapon. Again, I don't care for bullpups, IRL, but that doesn't mean that this is not a steadfast and a weapon with quite a bit of history. So, with that being said, let's move on. Okay, secondary today. Again, keep it in mind that this is a Royal Marine Commando paratrooper, HUD, meaning, you know, death from fucking above type shit. We're going to go ahead and carry the old MK249. There has been so much discussions on this particular LNG and this particular wildland game. So within my own, you know, channel, there has been so much discussion about this weapon. And this is all I got to say about it. Basically, this weapon here, okay, as an LNG, reminds me more of a para-LNG than anything that Wildlands has. So, for that reason, the reasoning behind this, using the MK fictitious 249, is that the Royal Marine Commando para carry the Mini-Me para. 36 inches overall, 13.7 is the barrel length. The action, of course, is gas rate of fire, 700 rounds per minute. That's a pretty good rate of fire for a para. Sights, rear aperture, front post, obviously. Of course, we've got side aperture on it right now. Now, the Mini-Me para, not specifically the MK249, it is thought that the SAS, SBS, and SFSG have access to variant of these type of mini-me's known as the Maxi-Me, which is chambered in 7.62 of the NATO. So let's remember that. As I stated, this is a para-LNG. Okay, I know it's a fictional MK249, but we're going to role play because you all know that I like to fucking get my role play on. So we're going to role play like it's a Maxi-Me 7.62 para-LNG. Let's fucking get. So paint presets. Let's jump right into it. We're going to throw it with the gray parts. Stock bud stock, of course, because we have no other option. Go throw that in the black. Scope today. I'm again, you know, I'm trying to get back into Wildlands. Hopefully YouTube will let me post some Wildland videos again. But here's the thing. Why don't they give us an ACOG for our freaking LMGs? It's really ridiculous, but they don't. I don't want to get into it. It seems like I'll always bash Wildlands one way or another. It's so easy to do, though. Jesus Christ. Did you see that video, by the way, that has, like, people streaming and stuff? It's got, like, Sarge on there. It's got a couple of, you know, Drewski. It's got a couple of guys on it. Here's the killer, though. This is an operator's game, right? It's supposed to be base. They're supposed to have a whole room of fucking SEALs and SF and Delta and SAS. Yet, who's standing next to the director of this game? A hunt, man. A fucking... Oh, my God. There goes my monetization. But a girl, dude. Like, really, man? Was she a prior operator? Look, I don't give a crap, man. Hire nothing but veterans when you're doing a military game. Not some female that was in the chow line, if she even served in the military. On a high operator game. That's all I'm saying. Also, get an ACOG for our LMG. So we're going to go with the pan rank, put it in 2-3 black. Trigger, of course, full auto semi. Magazine, we're going to go with 150 because we can't fit any more freaking life-taking freaking munitions in that motherfucker. So we'll go ahead and throw that in the 150 black. Underbarrel, again, we're going to keep it, trying to keep the handling underneath. So I also like the way the Victor 2 looks on any LMG. Put that in the 2-3 black. Today, I know you guys are like, Matrix, man, I know you don't like using those lasers because you can't turn them off in Wildlands. That's true. However, the accuracy is unreal. And, you know, when you need to throw down some grazing fire to protect your buddy's ass, there's nothing like having a laser sight to help you out with the accuracy. You're going to put that in 2-3 black. Barrel, today we're going with the standard barrel because we are para. And why the hell would we put a long barrel on it, right, when we're carrying the para to begin with because of the compact size? So throw that in the compact freaking barrel, put that in the 2-3 black. Muzzle, compensator Victor 2 again. the only suppressed weapon we will have will be our pistol, but, you know, who really gives a crap? Because I'm not really worried about it. If you look at all my builds, I hardly, really, I like to carry one suppressor, but if I don't, it's not really that big of a deal to me. And you're going to be putting that in the 330 light gray, my peeps. So, the MK249 fictional LMG, but also the best LMG to roleplay as a paratroop LMG, a para LMG. And of course, again, the Maxi Me, which is used by SF all around the freaking world, not just by the Royal Commandos. 7.62 chambered is how we're going to roleplay it. I believe this is actually chambered in the 5.56. However, again, before I get all the comments, we're using this strictly as a para LMG. So with that being said, that's all that I got to say. Handgun. Let's fucking go. So, here's the problema. I also have a Wildlands. But not really Wildlands, more so than fucking Glock, right? Not giving Wildlands permission to use their shit. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, we have many more, you know, we got Colt up there, we got 6 Hour up there, we got Beretta up there, we got freaking Desert Eagle up there. I mean, we got all these companies, yet no Glocks. And actually, that is what the Royal Marines would carry these days, would actually be the Glock. And I'm going to tell you something. Before the Glock, they actually carried a Browning 9mm. Huh? So, since we don't have the Glock, and they used to carry the Browning, okay, we're going to go ahead and select the Car P45 Tango. Now, the reason we are doing that, and now I don't expect any of you guys to really know a whole shit ton about firearms. I mean, let's face it. That's why you got me here. So this actually looks a little bit like a 9mm Browning. However, the trigger cocking basically and the lock breech, it's a Browning type of recoil, right? So they actually, on their page for the P45 Tango, they actually state that, right? Trigger cocking, log breech, Browning type. So with that being said, seeing how they used to carry the Browning, but now they carry the Glock, but thanks to Wildland, we have no option of a block. We're going to go with the Car P452 because it has Browning type action. With that being said, paint presets, we're going to throw it in black. Parts, magazine extended 20 because it looks badass. It doesn't look like you're a retard out there carrying an 8-inch extension of a clip coming out your freaking threat holster, and you don't look like a big freaking, just a big, I don't know, Navy cook. I don't know. Sorry, I love you Navy cooks because I've eaten chow from you guys plenty of times in your fucking hood. So we're going to go ahead. Magazine extended 20 because it fits it really nicely. Rail cover, we're going to put in the gray. Just keep it clean. Barrel, standard barrel, obviously we're going to put that in the gray. Muzzle, stock muzzle, put that in the black. I forgot to tell you guys, paint presets, obviously, as usually all my pistols go, is the black. You want them in gold, you know, go to freaking, Hollywood's channel next door to me, right? Because I keep it fucking 100% real. Freaking 100% real. There goes my monetization over and over and over. But to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with fucking cuss words. I'm telling you now it doesn't. Because I curse out my b-hole on freaking GTA 5, and those get posted. So I don't get it. I think Wildlands actually called YouTube and told them to strike all my stuff because I keep it real with my peeps. I keep it real with my operators. Just because Wildlands can't get their shit together, which I don't always talk crap about them. Sometimes I talk nice about them because this game is a nice game. But yet, I don't know why every single one of my Wildlands videos gets stuck, man. Fucking fucktards. Alright, let's go. So you're going to put that in the black, and that's what we're carrying today because it has, what? It has the Browning type action to it. Alright, so with that being said, drone, medic drone, everything else is pretty much optional. Remember, if you roleplay with me, we only carry 2. You might have everything fucking unlocked, but you can only access and use 2 of the 6 that you see. So I carry the medic drone, obviously frag grenade, diversion lure because it acts a little better than the flare gun. I don't mind if you carry the flare gun. It's not really going to count as 2 of the 6 that you carry because the flare gun hardly works in this anyways. So with that being said, whoa, what the? Tell you, man, them Royal Marine Commandos are a special group of lads, yeah? Look at this. Woo! They do recon from under the ground. Ha! So with that being said, my peeps, I certainly hope you enjoyed this special History and Build today, seeing how I did the build, streaming. And I hope you guys in the stream enjoyed it today. And as always, I hope you had an amazing day today. I hope tomorrow's amazing. I hope yesterday was amazing. And if you hadn't, make sure you tell all about my channel and my peeps. I'll see you next video. Operator 41. Keep it hard. Don't let the libtards get you down. Because that's how we roll.
Frag out. Mierda, culeros. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Walk in front of me again, you idiot. And I'm throwing cover fire down. Jesus, here we go again. Oh, let's see. These guys are idiots, man.
Stay there. Copy that.
Copy that. This camo, though, it's looking nice, in my opinion, in this environment, for sure. I think we've, this is not bad, as far as the buffering goes. I'm out.
Dreaming big, town is small, and it's going down. All I need is a microphone, I'm headed for the crown, y'all. Call me whack, call me weak, say I'll never blow. Memphis bleak, they know like the radio that Henderson was meant to speak. I'm on these tracks, just like Thomas, I'm the truth, just being honest. Y'all a bunch of Martin and Anthony's, yeah, that's prima donnas. Wayne Brady, they know the deal. Henderson just